Hi everyone. Today is 7th June, 10:17 in the morning, and I will give you some quick summary of the news that are making headlines in Russian media outlets for this moment. I will say that there is no much is happening. I mean, there is no like huge developments, but I do see some like quite a few news that probably will be interesting for you. First of all, I will. First of all, let me ask you to subscribe. It's free, for God's sake, man, and I only need 11 more subscriptions, so I will have 100 subscribers. It may sound funny, but for me it's a big deal, man. I only start this English language videos. I only start to make these English language videos like a few weeks ago, and to be honest, main goal for me is to practice some English. I don't really think that this channel gonna become popular or anything like that, but it's always nice to see that stuff that you do has some attention from other people. So please, if you can subscribe, do it, man. It's not that hard. Anyway, let me start with this news, man. This is yesterday's news, but I saw it in late afternoon, so I could not make video, man, that time. But I will give you it today. In one of Russian senators, Alexei Pushkov, was commenting about you know what? That's what I'm gonna do, man. When I can't remember certain word, I will statement. Yeah, I mean, as I said, man, I don't have had enough practice in English for the last, like, let's say 17 years, man. So it's quite hard for me to construct sentences fast enough. So this Russian senator was commenting statement of head of Bundestag's Committee of Energy, or Bundestag is a German parliament, and head of Committee on Energy, someone Klaus Ernst, was saying that it may be appropriate to consider start of exploitation of Nord Stream 2 pipeline for some little time, and this way Germany will deal with energy crisis that is developing there right now. And Russian senator says that German elites are mistaken if they think that key to this Nord Stream pipeline are in their hands, because it's not. And he was saying that Russia should not take this path because there is no reason for Russia to help Germany because of anti-Russian stance that Germany are having, and anti-Russian steps that Germany making. This is quite interesting and funny, man, because as I was saying always, man, in continental Europe, you don't really have independent elites, man. Almost everyone there are puppets of London and Washington, because, I mean, how crazy they should be, man, these German elites, that they, with their own hands, shut down this Nord Stream 2 pipeline, man. Just how crazy they are, really. Or how stupid. But, they are working for Anglo-Saxons, man. So they did what they were told to do. And Germany now are in trouble because Nord Stream 2 is not working. Nord Stream 1 will be shut down in a few days' time because of some maintenance issues. And Germany will receive gas from Russia only through pipeline that goes through Ukraine. And God knows, man, any day, anytime, some random shell may hit infrastructure of this pipeline, and Germany will be left without any gas from Russia, man. And that's what they bring to themselves, man. I mean, the German elites, man. And of course, it's sad that eventually price will pay for it ordinary Germans, man. And it's nothing is funny about it. But they choose they make these ordinary Germans make possible to have this kind of crazy elites. So there is consequences for it, for everything, So to be honest, I mean, I don't think that London and Washington will allow Berlin to really start operating Nord Stream 2 pipeline, or at least to they will not allow Berlin to ask Moscow for help. But who knows, man, Who knows? Anyhow, this is funny, man. Germany is on its knees, man, because of the stupid and anti-German elites, So they will pay. They will pay price for everything that they did before and doing right now, including in Ukraine, man. They sending arms for Zelensky's Nazi regime, man. So they should pay heavy price for it, man. And now it's only summertime, man. In winter, even German experts are saying that in winter, in few months' time, entire sectors of German industry will be shut down because of energy crisis, man. And can you imagine what that means for not just Germany, but for entire world? Because Germany is a huge exporter of goods, man, high-tech goods. This is a disruption of supply chains that are disrupt anyway because of COVID and some crazy stuff that Western elites are doing, including sanctions against Russia. And now, if Germany's economy will start shutting down, it's gonna be huge, man. You know, Germans will experience, Germans will experience some hard times, man. But it's not gonna be easy for the rest of the world either. So it is what it is, man. Germany may be left without Russian gas, and they can't replace it, man. Yeah, they can't replace Russian gas fast enough with SPG, man. I mean, it's just impossible. So it is what it is, man. Okay, let's see what makes headlines right now. Oh, this is interesting too, man. This news on TASS said that 50 British politicians left cabinet of Johnson, PM of Britain, and that was quite, this is not unexpected stuff because of all those scandals that Johnson was involved for almost entire time that he is Prime Minister of Britain. But I mean, this is quite huge, man. Eventually, Johnson may be. Eventually, Johnson will probably step down, man, because I mean, what the fuck, man? Even his own people is running away from him, from his cabinet. So, how long he will ignore all this stuff? Even though I'm quite sure that Johnson is a puppet too, man. I mean, who the fuck is Johnson, man? Some clown that embarrassing United Kingdom, man. This bitch is embarrassment for United Kingdom, man. I mean, for real though. But shadow powers or shadow clans, or how you say it, man, the people that bring this bitch to the power will decide now, have to decide now what they gonna do next, man. Who they gonna bring on PM's seat, man. That's why Johnson is still Prime Minister of Britain, because these real deal makers that are in shadow probably have to choose from a list of puppets, and they will choose one, and in a few days or maybe a few weeks time, Britain will end up with a new Prime Minister. I mean, it's not gonna be like, I mean, nothing is gonna change, for example, in relationships between UK and Russia, because as I said, all these motherfuckers are just puppets, man. They do what they are told to do. So Johnson is hawkish towards Russia because he was told to be so, you know. And new so-called prime minister will do exactly the same, as long as their masters telling them to do so, you know, to be hawkish towards Russia. But uh, at least British people may hope that next prime minister will be not at least not such an embarrassment, man, like Johnson is, man, you know. Because we're talking about UK, man, country with a great history, man, and it's just shameful that nowadays these kind of clowns are formally head of the government and, you know, head of governmental institutions, man. You know, okay. To be honest, I don't give a damn about UK's government, but because I used to live in England for quite a few years, I have some nice feelings, like warm feelings towards British people and British society, because I have a good memory. You know, I used to live in Leeds for some time. I used to live in London, and it was, I mean, it was good time, man. You know, it was quite comfortable for me, and sometimes, you know, I feel even sad, man, for British people when I see what kind of crazy shit the politicians are saying on doing, man, or doing, you know. Anyhow, let's see what this news is all about. Here, Bloomberg is writing that USA and allies of this evil empire are discussing price cap on Russian oil around $40 to $60. They may discuss anything, man. They may even discuss how Russia will supply oil to world for free, man. I mean, who cares? I mean, honestly, man. These idiots may discuss that Russia should sell oil for $1 or 50 cents, man, or was 1 cent, man. I mean, does it really means anything? Honestly, does it really means anything, man? Because if these terrorist states that G7 really are, particularly USA and UK, if these terrorist states use their power that they still have on the some parts of the world at least, and if they push governments of these little states that are not enough strong states to don't buy oil from Russia over the $40 or $60. I mean, what Russia gonna do, man? I mean, Russia is selling oil to China. Russia is selling oil to India with discount, so it's quite cheap for them anyway. And if rest of the world will don't buy oil from Russia over a price tag of $40 or $60, then Russia will just reduce oil exports, man. Because there is no reason for Russia to sell oil for like dirt cheap, man. So they will just shut down oil production. Yes, it's costly, but eventually it will cost Western countries even more, man. You know? Because can you imagine if Russia will reduce oil exports even for like 50%? We talk in this case we're talking about something like 4 to 5 million barrels a day, man. You know, and this is huge, man. World market, oil market will explode, man, and oil prices go through roof, and you will see like $200 or $300 for a barrel, man. And can you imagine what that will do to a world economy, to inflation that is even now is too high almost everywhere. So I mean, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. These individuals that are so-called leaders of G7, I mean, they should see doctors, man. Really, I mean, they are they probably need one. Yeah, and that's it. What kind of news is making headlines? What kind of other news is making headlines? Let's see. Um, head of IMF is saying that quite high in 2023 there probably will be a recession in the world economy, and this is quite. I mean, this is not unexpected, man. You don't have to be head of the IMF to understand that with this much inflation that's going on in the world, with this much supply chain crisis and energy crisis, I mean, of course, world economy gonna endure some troubling times, man, and it will resolve in a recession. Even this year could be quite, and will be probably quite hard in these terms, in this sense. And next year will probably be even more harder for economy, because world is in trouble, man, because it looks like Western elites lost, so-called elites, man. I mean, they lost brakes, man. They just pushing and pushing and pushing this world towards catastrophe, man. And one may think that that's what they really want, because it's hard to believe that they are so much stupid, man. I mean, it's how, even if they are stupid, man, they are running some analytical institutions, and there are some clever people working for them anyway. So it looks like it's absolutely it's done on purpose, you know. It's done on a purpose, let me say that way. Yeah. So yeah, Western elites are pushing this world, man, to a big crisis, man. It is what it is. What else makes news, man? As I said, there's not much is happening. U.S. Colonel Scott Douglas MacGregor said that Ukraine may lost its statehood. Ukraine maybe, I mean, from if maybe erased from map of the earth, map of the world, and probably he's right, man. I was saying this stuff for a long time, even before I knew who Douglas MacGregor is. For years before, man. Because you know, from 2014, man, I was saying that West will definitely provoke Kiev, will definitely push Kiev to provoke Russia on open involvement in Ukrainian affairs, military involvement, and if that will happen, then entire east and south regions of Ukraine will become under Moscow's control, maybe even Kiev. So now we see that exactly this is happening, step by step, but eventually that's what will happen. And of course, I mean, Ukraine, as we know it, will be finished, and it's already finished, really. And then you should remember that western parts of Ukraine, man, Poland has some ambitions to take some parts of western Ukraine, particularly Lvov area. Hungary is keen to take some parts of western Ukraine, let's say Zakarpattia, where hundreds of thousands of ethnic Hungarians are living. Even Romania has some ambitions, man, to take some parts of Ukraine. So Ukraine is done, man. I did a video like a week ago, and I was talking about exactly that, man. Ukraine is finished already. Formally, it's still on paper, it's still a state, but in reality, there is no more Ukraine. At least Ukraine that we know. Now, what will be left from Ukraine after everything is said and done? God knows, man, but probably not much. Probably not much, man. So that's it for now, probably. That's it for now, probably. I hope you consider to subscribe to my channel and push that like button. I mean, it's not that much hard, man, really. And yeah, see you soon. Take care.